The EST personality within the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, the MBTI, gives opportunities for growth. And within each of the personality types of the MBTI, there are ways in which every individual can grow and develop. Let's start with the description and characteristics of an ESTP. They are flexible and tolerant, and they take a very pragmatic approach, focused on immediate results. Theories and explanations just bore them immensely because they want to act energetically. They have a desire to solve a problem immediately. They focus on the here and now, and they tend to be quite spontaneous. They enjoy movement, and they want to be active with other people. They really like material comforts and style, and they learn best by doing. So other people will see the ESTP as a strong person, that they're very strong even in the art of living. They love life and they immerse themselves in it. They're enthusiastic and they're good-humored and they're full of action. They really dislike anything that requires a lot of theory or written directions, and traditional schools tend to be pretty difficult for these people because of these preferences. Although they do pretty well when they see the relevance and they're allowed to use some hands-on approaches. They're also seen as gregarious, fun-loving, spontaneous, adventurous, risk-takers, and troubleshooters. Some potential areas of growth really are within the development of their thinking and sensing preferences. So if they haven't developed their thinking very well, or their thinking preference, they're not going to have a very useful way of selecting along or among all of the data that comes to them, and they're going to have a difficulty in setting priorities. When their sensing space is not developed, then they really are struggling with having a desire to immediately gratify themselves, especially a sensual desire, and particularly those that involve a physical challenge or a risk. An ESTP really needs to have a place to be able to appreciate and to use their gifts, and they want people to appreciate them. When they don't get this, they're going to feel frustrated, and this is demonstrated by having trouble accepting a structure, meeting deadlines. They'll focus entirely on excitement and activity, and they get caught up in the external activities and spontaneity, and sometimes they'll even put enjoying life ahead of some very important obligations. It's really natural for these ESTPs to give less attention to the intuitive and feeling parts, but if they ignore them too much, then they're not going to see any of the wider ramifications or impacts of their actions and the decisions. They'll forget dates and events that have special meaning to other people, and they're going to be unaware of these impacts that they are these decisions that have actions that they have impacts on other people. They're going to be impatient with discussion and exploration, and they really are not going to have much patience for relationships. They will have negative fantasies, and they imagine that people really don't care about them. And it's really sad because they feel very neglected when they are under great stress.